Well, hello, boys and girls. I know you've been waiting in anticipation for my new video, and well, here it is. It's at when I feel like at o'clock, just pre-rum o'clock. I'm doing it pre-rum o'clock more often now, I think. Looking back at my videos up till now, I think it's probably a good idea. Uh, First of all, of course, we know stay well lubed. Jaime's body lube, it's the best there. I said it. And I've been getting such banter from my previous videos. It's been awesome, and I love to talk to you guys. So feel free to go to Steve's NHL POW on the Twitter machine there and hook me up, sign me up, and I'll talk to you all day because I've got nothing else to do. So. Got some more questions. People asking me again, where is it that I do these videos? I am in the basement right now, and that's where I remain 95% of my day. So that's where I do it. Just so happens I always have a bottle of Jaime's with me right beside my computer or my phone as it is right now, and yeah. So, anyways, I'm doing a series that I'll probably do two series of all the teams up until the first part of the summer, and then I'll do the second part of the summer where I'll talk about where I think they're going to be in the standings and stuff like that. But now I'm talking about what I would do if I were the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm doing the Philadelphia Flyers today. I did Montreal, Boston. Sorry, I haven't did Boston, Toronto, Nashville, Minnesota. Look them up, man. They're pretty good. Well, I don't know. I think they are. I've only got like 30 or 40 viewers. Maybe they're not so good. I don't know. But Philadelphia Flyers just did an interesting thing when they traded Braden Shen to the St. Louis Blues. And you know what? When I heard it, I was like, oh, Philadelphia's on drugs again? What the hell? But I've looked at some of the stats and found that Braden Shen was not really the greatest 5-on-5 player. Surprised to me is because he's got so much skill, and I really thought it. And I don't watch all these teams all the time, so I only see them every once in a while. And the eye test with him was off the charts for me. I thought he was a great player, but as it turns out, he's not as great as I thought statistically speaking. So they actually got fairly good return off of him, and I got to say, Hextall's been making some pretty shrewd moves. And I see Philadelphia on the upside here now. What do they need to do with it? What would I do in the summer? I mean, they definitely don't want to be going in with the goaltending that they have right now, and I don't really know where the answer is there. People have been saying Flurry. Not. I'm a little bit. I would have liked him to take Darling actually and give. I think he was a good shot, but right now the goaltending pool is not very deep. I'm afraid they're going to have to go with what they have right now. And I picked them to make the playoffs last year, thinking that Mason was going to be better than he was, and I thought that their defense was going to be a little better than they were. I can't really put a handle on what the problem with Philadelphia is. Their lineup is not that bad. Um, they the only thing I could say about their lineup is it seems like kind of a mishmash sometimes. But if Giroux's running at his best, and he hasn't been, that's part of the problem. With Voracek, and well, it used to be Shen, but now it won't be. It'll be interesting to see who they have to fill that role. And of course, Simpson. I mean, I love him. Defense, Provorov was a great pickup by them in the first round. I was screaming at the TV for teams to pick him before Philly did. I couldn't believe they got him so soon. And of course, you have a couple guys coming up now. These guys that are coming up, Hogg and oh shoot, I forget his name now. He's been in rumors so many times, but they have a couple defensemen coming up. I think you should temper your enthusiasm. I don't think they're really as super prospects. They're good, but I wouldn't call them great. But they have Gosh to Spear, and they do have those guys coming up in their 5 and 6. I still would be looking at adding on the defensive side of things because I'm not really too confident with those young guys. Of course, but the big thing that they need is goaltending. And this is going to seem odd to you, and probably going to get a big boo out of a lot of people. But I think that they should reach out to Pavlik because I think Pavlik got a bad rap in Winnipeg. I don't think he's as bad a goaltender as they were making out to be. I think he's actually very good, but they had a really poor defense in front of him most of the time, and he was a little bit shaken. You probably wouldn't cost much to get him, and he's not making all that much money. So if you have to, you can go a different direction. The reason why I say that is there's really, Bishop's gone. I don't think Fleury is a much better goaltender than Pavlik, honestly, at this stage of his career. And if it doesn't work out, you can probably pluck the market in at the trade deadline, and there'll probably be some goaltenders from teams that have fallen out and are rebuilding, possibly Quick. Think about something like that. Just imagine Quick in Philadelphia. I mean, I think that's what they are away from being a contender, is a solid goaltender like that. Besides that, you've got Filppula as your second line center for one more year. You're going to need to fill in that hole or re-sign him. I didn't like that trade actually when he made it, but now it looks like it wasn't that bad at all. Like he's making some shrewd moves that are under the radar, like that look like maybe not the best thing off the top, but like from the beginning. But I mean, I love Filppula. I just thought he spent a little too much to get him at this stage of his career at at his price range. But for another year, you probably don't have to sign him for that much the next time if you re-sign him, or you can let him go and hope buys you more time to get a true second line center. That Coots is not, by the way. That's the other thing. I've heard people saying trade Coots, but I don't have very much long here. But I want to say sometimes you have guys that just have to die on your team, and he's one of them. He's just a guy that it's just a Philadelphia Flyer through and through, and locker room and all that intangible stuff that the analytics crew hate to hear, burns their ears. But if there is one guy like that, Coots is it. And I wouldn't trade him unless you got a really, really, really good return. And that's knowing that he's going to have depreciating offensive numbers from here on in. Still, I wouldn't trade him. I know, bad, eh? Bad me. Well, boys and girls, that's my full 42%. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast today. Please feel free to write in, Twitter me and watch my other videos, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.